Okay, so as far as stats go, a lot of people ask this as one of the first questions when it comes to your build with PvP. You want to get any combination of 40 strength and 40 vitality. By that I mean either 35 strength plus 5 that I'm getting from my armor set up here. If you have a vitality armor set, then that's fine to go 35 vitality plus 5 from that armor set. Either or, it doesn't matter, but you want to get 40 strength, 40 vitality. The other perks, kind of up to you. I like to put some points into encumbrance because I end up carrying a bunch of stuff, like multiple weapons, some arrows, bow, just to shoot people that are climbing and such, mainly. Like some extra grit sometimes, although that does not really matter. It's up to you. Anything else that you'd like? If you want to put 10 points in agility, you think the sprinting perk matters at all? I don't think it matters personally, but some people like it. Feel free. Okay, so as far as the best weapon types go, two-handed, you can't go wrong with a two-handed spear. Moveset's got some nice pokes for the heavy attacks. Not that you have to go through all of them. Usually just the first one or two is all you need before someone's going to roll, especially if you connect with any of them. The first light attack's a nice little lunge forward, and sometimes it's nice to mix up the first two heavies with the third light attack that's got a nice little AoE semicircle swing. As far as one-handed weapons go, the axe is the best by far, simply because the first attack is a nice lunge, the first heavy attack that is. The second attack is a cripple, which right now is very minimal when it comes to affecting fights, but it still is a very nice bonus effect that status affects somebody. And it's just got a nice semicircle overall moveset that's just nice and feels freeform, nice and smooth, and it's very easy to use. The other two-handed weapon that I would say is very good is the two-handed sword. Now, a lot of people don't like this weapon. However, I'll show you in a minute why this is good. Mainly, it has to do with the sheathing and unsheathing abuse that allows you to not use stamina as you test and see what people do, as well as the sheer amount of damage that this weapon does compared to other weapons. This just does. The two-handed sword is one of the most powerful weapons in the game next to the hammer. Probably comes up very close to the hammer damage, and it's very easy to use. It has a nice semicircle sweep attack that cripples. Not that cripple is very effective anymore. So the most important thing I want to talk about for this guide is the wield button. What is the wield button, Alucard? You might be saying. It's whatever this thing is. The wield/unwield. This button is an amazing button that I think is underused and underappreciated by a very large number of the player base. Why is this important? Well, normally, let's say I'm doing the spear combo, since more people are familiar with that. When you get to the last heavy attack of the spear combo, you can't move for a while, normally, right? You have to wait till you pull your arm back. Now, you could roll, as most people know, get out of it a little earlier at the cost of 25% stamina. But what a lot of people don't know is that I could also just put my weapon away for free without it costing anything. That's pretty useful. This is especially useful with the two-handed sword because I can go through almost the entirety of that first heavy attack and not cost stamina. See that? Right before I could basically watch someone's reaction, and depending if they roll or don't roll or try to trade with me or try to hit me, I know whether to commit to this or not. next trick is a preemptive one that you can use before you get into fights. It's an item called Reaper Poison. Now, Reaper Poison is supposed to be mainly used on daggers, as you can see here. However, if you go to your inventory, you can apply it to pretty much anything. Now, this is already after launch date, so I assume that they're never going to patch this for a long ass time. It seems to be intended to be on daggers. However, you can use this on any weapon you want, and this guarantees that you'll poison on your first hit that you connect with somebody. As you can see, I can miss as many times as I want, but when I actually do hit something, I will lose the buff on that first hit. Now, why is this good, you might ask? Well, Salting the Wound, the second strength perk right here, is very good because it gives you 25% more damage to any enemy affected by negative status effects. That includes poison, even though it's not on the list here. So by putting that on all your weapons, when you get that first hit, the next part of the combo will really, really hurt, more than they expect. They won't even know why. It also prevents them from healing currently with the recent healing nerf that prevents any damage taken from keeping your regeneration going. Another tip I would give you guys is don't go when you actually land a hit on somebody, you maybe want to go for one more part of that combo, if that, and then stop. A lot of people I see, they get like one hit, they start spamming that heavy attack button out of excitement, like, oh my god, gotta finish him. You know, you might get someone very, very low to like where he's only at like, 10% health, but even at 10% health, it's very easy to get away if you don't land any hits, It's very easy to get away from you. Not be able to hit that last hit. You gotta stay calm. You gotta not rush it. The idea is you want to keep somebody maybe at like 75%, 50% health. You don't want to get them too low too fast because they will run. Everyone will run. I run. They will run if they get that low. If they think they can take another hit though, you can trick them into that sweet spot where they can't heal for some reason because you've poisoned them or something, and they think they're okay and they're still fighting and they don't just go for straight running. That's where you can actually finish them. That's the window you have, that sweet spot where you actually catch them off guard with a hit, you get that last second hit, when you need to, and they're dead. That's it. Congratulations. That's all I can teach you. You've become an MLG master of PvP. Go ahead. Try to show the developers that their game is balanced or makes any sense. You won't. If you guys like this video, feel free to subscribe, like, give me money, or watch my stream at twitch.tv/xx_Alucard.